R. Kelly intends to pursue his conviction on racketeering charges. His lawyer has documented a notification of aaliyah R.Kelly employs Bill Cosby's legal counselor in Journey. For opportunity, everyone criticizes. No one said nothing could, so I'm not shocked that he went to Bill Cosby. Before me, she's only one of those people that would illuminate a room. She's one of those people that down the earth in combat zone, sang R.Kelly, is enrolling the legitimate assistance of Bill Cosby's high-profile lawyers. She doesn't actually feel like aaliyah, like a major wise. She generally felt like a wonderful individual. R. Kelly's transgress was effectively perhaps of the most fulfilling thing we found in Hollywood. As of late, after the entirety of his social maltreatment, claims there's no individual who'd need to see him leave jail at any point in the near future. Yet it appears as though Kelly has different plans of vengeance from every one individuals who walked out on him. And one of them is P. Diddy. P. Diddy is losing his cool since Kelly has gotten his firearms. What does R. Kelly have against Diddy? And is it enough to obliterate the music tycoon everlastingly? We should figure out he feels deceived by them. While he was detained, not a single one of them supported him or offered any help, not so much as an expression of solace during his time in jail. Diddy, specifically, is by all accounts carefully targeted. Hollywood saw its greatest hunter dealt with after R. Kelly was condemned to 30 years in jail for utilizing his distinction to draw youngsters into having sexual associations with him. The net vocalist abused his name and position to lay down with underage young ladies. Such countless ladies approached to review how Kelly had taken advantage of, really misused them when they were just teens. Obviously, he came ready to battle his case. His attorney addressed the media that his sentence was one-sided and unjustifiable. He said, like so many MeToo causes, the public authority was given free rule to put forth this defense about Kelly's life, presenting heaps of other terrible demonstration proof that doesn't have anything to do with the charge guards. Kelly attempted to paint himself as the casualty. Rather might you at any point think about what his position was, that he was a guileless, blameless man who had no clue about that this multitude of young ladies he was laying down with were, as a matter of fact, minors, his lawful group. Even attempted to say that his sexual history didn't have anything to do with the case's insights concerning a sexual coexistence, as well as constant way of behaving from previous accomplices or exes of his records of which dove into sexually transmitted diseases. Sexual inclinations and conduct in the room were not pertinent to the violations being affirmed against him, and were essentially a way for examiners to influence the jury. Kelly was clearly not ready to shield himself with such careless explanations. Yet he isn't one to sit and confront the outcomes of his activities, or even apologize. He is currently intending to get back in the saddle and allure his 30-year sentence. This time his contentions are similarly basically as counterintuitive as the last time. His lawyer raised how the attendants had definitely realized that R. Kelly was a terrible individual. Subsequently, they were one-sided in their choices. Various situated members of the jury were either acquainted with allegations that litigant had a background marked by physically mishandling underage young ladies, had recently dealt with lawful issues, or potentially had seen the exceptionally uncomplimentary docuseries Enduring R. Kelly, in which a few trash observers had seemed safeguard mentor, didn't move to exclude legal hearers who conceded that they had pre-passed judgment on litigants' culpability or had accumulated information about the case from different sources. One of the charges against Kelly were connected with the late pop star Aaliyah. Kelly had hitched Aaliyah when Poor People artist was just 15 years of age. Kelly was charged for a payoff conspire, including a public authority to get a phony ID for Aaliyah so the two could get hitched while being a minor. Now that Kelly is at long last being rebuffed for it, he believes everybody should be familiar with different VIPs who have done likewise to youngsters. Kelly knows his life and vocation is over except if he figures out how to decrease his sentence and win the allure. And he is all set to all lengths to get that going bits of gossip are circumventing that Kelly is anticipating everybody from the business associated with this to diminish his sentence. And he's anticipating beginning this from Diddy. Kelly has figured out how to get himself a high-profile legal advisor to ensure he wins the allure regardless of what he recruited. In all honesty, the extremely renowned lawyer Jennifer's security quality. Now in the event that you haven't known about Jennifer's security quality, you'll understand what kind of legal advisor she is simply from the way that she has protected Bill Cosby and Harvey Weinstein on their sexual maltreatment charges. She even figured out how to get Bill out of jail. Jennifer is known for tracking down escape clauses in the parcel to get strong and hazardous men out of jail, and seems as though Kelly is frantic for any escape clause that can get him out. I'm not shocked that he went to Bill Cosby before me. It seems as though Dad did it time, didn't do the time, so let me in on everything that Dad loves say to me. The mysterious Kelly has a ton of issues that remains to be worked out from Diddy, is perhaps of the most influential man in the business. And Kelly's 30-year jail sentence is proof that Diddy deserted him once the circumstance began to look terrible for Kelly. Not this Diddy's dear companion, Jay-Z, could have been fairly excessively aggressive to cut Kelly down. Turns out Jay-Z was likewise, in accordance with Aaliyah's admirers. Aaliyah's last sweetheart Damon Run uncovered that Jay-Z was obsessed with Aaliyah too back when she was around 18. He reviewed, I didn't realize Jay was attempting to holler at her, however at that point, it simply happened like that he was attempting, I was attempting, everyone was attempting, he was going hard. Perhaps Jay-Z and Diddy both had bad sentiments for Kelly, since Kelly got to wed Aaliyah, and the other two never became with her. In spite of clearly caring deeply about her, there are bits of gossip that Jay-Z directly up-financed the enduring R.Kelly narrative, which truly established the finish of Kelly's vacation. This wasn't whenever the two stars first clashed back in 2005. Kelly prosecuted Jay-Z on the grounds that after he was pepper-splashed in the face, his previous buddy, Jay-Z, showed his appreciation to the assailant by giving him a task at Def Jam. Accounts Jay-Z and Kelly are longtime foes, and Jay-Z and Diddy are essentially as close as they get. Clearly, Diddy wasn't exceptionally thoughtful to Kelly now that Kelly is done depending on Diddy to get him out. He's anticipating getting his payback. Rather, everyone criticized me. No one said nothing could. Diddy has done a few unpardonable demonstrations himself, so it will not be extremely difficult for Kelly to finish Diddy as himself. After all, Diddy is a sexual stalker who goes after youthful craftsmen, including the late vocalist Aaliyah, wasn't near R.Kelly. At an age too youthful, she was associated with some other hazardous high-profile men. One of these men was P. Diddy, who you should be helped to remember is a bad dream for youthful specialists. That man is a hunter as large as Kelly. And that is obvious from how he treated Ally alone when she began dating Diddy, and say thanks to God she moved away from this man, which she did on the grounds that it seemed like everyone that come into his life end up dying. And it'd be disastrous. She's only one of those people that would illuminate a room. She's one of those people that are extremely sensible. On one side, Diddy attempted to cause his relationship with Aaliyah to seem like that of two dispassionate and guiltless companions. And simultaneously, he would crush to her on open stages. Investigate this video of the two at an honor show. I feel like Aaliyah, like a major hotshot. She generally felt like a lovely individual, like an extraordinary person, that at whatever point you was around her, she treated everyone as similar. Even the manner in which he discussed her at her demise clarified that the two weren't customary companions, and that their bond was much more profound than Diddy was able to recognize. He discussed her as though she was the child she generally welcomed you with a grin. Her opportunity was approaching. She was going to detonate. This isn't the main episode where Diddy was dangerous and a straight-up pedophile. As a matter of fact, everybody has known about his relationship with Usher when the R&B artist was just a small child. That is my sibling here. From the very beginning we used to awaken. And I mean Dandelion, yet like in the video. Did he coincidentally fouled up and uncovered how he and Usher used to